tabular data. So they are just like this. So suppose your table is like this. So there is frequency here and XB variable, whatever be the variable, like weight or height or whatever be, and it's arranged in this. It's like this. X is from 0 to 20. Our frequency is 9. Then from 20 to 40, it's 10. So it's like that, means it's arranged in a manner that means that there is an age group. This is for the number of, actually what is this? Okay, so it shows a distance thrown a javelin competition. So it means there are 9 number of the people that have thrown the javelin between 0 to 20 meters. Then the ones who covered 20 to 40 meters are 10. Okay, so tabular data are that they are arranged in this manner. Is this clear how they are arranged? So it's like the discrete data is that there are number of people who have weight 2 kg, 3 kg. There are two number of people who have the weight 2 kg, then three the people who have 4 kg. It's like this. But in tabular form, it's well arranged. That means the people whose weight are from 40 to 50, there are 4 number of people. Then from 50 to 60, there are 7 number of people. Okay, so tabular data is well arranged. Okay, and the calculation of mean, median, mode is different for the tabular data. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so first is this is given. Okay, it's a distance thrown in meters. So this is the group frequency table, shows the distance thrown at javelin competition. This is distance thrown in meters. And this is the frequency. Okay, now you tell me, what do you mean by mode? Tell me. What is mode? How to calculate? How you calculate mode?
Mode, mode.
Tell me, this is discrete data, and now you tell me what is the mode for this?
Um,
Tell me.
Mode is 20.
You're giving the answer for this. Okay, first give me the answer for this. What is mode for this? For this discrete data 12799777727.
7.
Yes, because 7 is repeating itself for the maximum time. It has the highest frequency. Now you tell me in this table which has the highest frequency? Which frequency is the highest? These are the frequency written. Which number is the highest here?
10.
Yes. So this
10.
is, yes, that's correct. So mode is the highest frequency. So here we don't say mode, we say model class, because it's is all divided into some classes. So our model class is from 20 to 40, because this is the group with the highest frequency. So this is our model class. And model class is what? Group with highest frequency. Okay.
Mm.
Now let me see how to calculate mean for such table. Okay. So this is to calculate model class. The next is to calculate the mean. So very first thing is, if we want to calculate the mean, this is the formula of calculating the mean. This we write as x, and this is f. Okay. So very first thing is we have to calculate the midpoint. So one by one, and that I name better the midpoint bx. So one by one, tell me what's the midpoint for this class? 0 to 20. What's the midpoint? Hello?
Um, let's see.
0 to 20, what's the midpoint? Midpoint, which means the middle value of 0 to 20. What's the middle value?
C.
What's the middle value of 0 to 20?
Um,
Like, which
10.
means, yes, that's correct. Midpoint is the thing that lies at the very mid. Okay. So, a very simple way to calculate midpoint is, suppose the question is you have to calculate the midpoint of 7 and say 12. So what you have to do, just add these two numbers and divide them by 2. So it's 7 plus 12 divided by 2 is the midpoint. Same as if we
Okay.
calculate the midpoint of 0 and 20, it's 0 plus 20 divided by 2, that is 10. Now you calculate what is the midpoint of 20 and 40. Tell me what's the midpoint of 20 and 40. Same as like, and also like keep, yeah, like you just have to note it down what I'm writing. Just better is to make the notes. Okay. So keep writing whatever I'm writing on here. So this is a way of calculating midpoint. That is, whatever be the numbers for which you have to calculate their midpoint, add them together and divide them by 2. Same as calculate midpoint of 20 and 40 and tell me what's the midpoint.
20. What?
20 and 40, midpoint of 20 and 40.
30.
Yes. Midpoint of 40 and 60. Tell me, first midpoint of 40 and 60.
50. 50.
Yes. For the next 60 to 80.
70.
For next 80 to 100. For this one, how much?
90.
Yes. So the very first thing is, if you want to calculate the mean for a tabulated data or in a tabular form, what you have to do, the very first thing is to calculate the midpoint. Okay. Once you calculate the midpoint, the second is you have to multiply your f and x together. Okay. So just
Okay.
multiply f and x. You have to calculate fx here. So multiply 9 and 10. Tell me. Fx, which means f multiplied by x. For every row you have to calculate this. So tell me, what is 9 multiplied by 10?
90.
Yes. For the next,
Let me
10 multiplied by 30. For the next row,
multiply 100. No, 300.
yes. For next row, 6 into 50.
30. No, 300.
For this
300.
one, for this one, 70 into 3.
210.
And for 90 into 1, it's
90.
yes. That you have to
90.
do. Yes, that's correct. So first thing is calculate the midpoints and then multiply frequency and the midpoint for every row. Now use the formula sigma fx over sigma f, which means sigma fx is what? The addition of f and x. So whatever you have multiplied like this, these fx, you just have to add them. So add 90 plus 300 plus 300 plus 210 plus 90. You add them and give me the value. If you add them all these 5 values, what answer will you get? Tell me what's 90 plus 300 plus 300 plus 210 plus 90.
Um,
Tell me.
um,
You have to add all these values. Like here fx, this value, this value, this. These all 5 values, add them together and give me the value.
okay.
What's the value?
Um,
When you add all these five numbers, what value will you get?
um, 990.
Yes, that's correct. It's 990. Now add all the frequencies. That's 9 plus 10 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1. What's the total? Total of frequency.
Um, 29.
Yes. So what you have to do, the very first thing is calculate the midpoints. Okay. When you calculate the midpoint, multiply f and x. For every row, you have to find frequency multiplied by variable. After that, you have to add all these fx and add f. Finally, it's total of fx divided by total of f. That means 990 divided by 29. You tell me what's the value when you divide them together. 990 divided by 29 is what?
Um, is it 1019?
990 divided by 29.
Oh, no. Is it 34.13?
So it's 34.13. Okay. Now you explain me what you have to do. Step by step tell me if there is a table and you have to calculate the estimated mean or the mean. How can you calculate this? What are the steps to be followed? One by one. If there is a table given, okay, this is suppose I'm just giving you a table. Okay, here is a frequency given and it's the weight of the person given, and it's given as its x is from 40 to 50, then from 50 to 60, then it's 60 to 70, and it's given as 274. You tell me what you have to do first. Very first thing. First step. Tell me. Tell me.
Um, Divide.
First calculate midpoints.
What?
Okay?
First do what?
Calculate midpoints. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, first thing, am I audible to you? Like, can you hear me properly?
Yeah.
Okay. And then second, what you have to do after this? You have calculated XV, your midpoints. You have calculated the midpoints. Then after what you have to do? So midpoints are 45, 55, 65. After this, after calculating midpoint, what we are supposed to do? See this one. Tell me, after calculating the midpoints, what was the next thing? Hello.
Um,
Okay. The next thing is you have to calculate f into x for every row. Okay. Second is for every row, find frequency multiplied by midpoints. That means here 45 multiplied by 2, that means 90, and so on. You have to calculate 55 multiplied by 7, 65 multiplied by 4. That you have to do for every row. Next, in the third, you have to add all f into x. Fourth is add frequencies. That means f. And fifth is you have to divide fx. Is this clear?
yeah.
So calculate this for this table. Okay. Complete this table. So
Yeah.
for this table, follow all these steps and give me the value of mean. Okay, are you calculating?
Not yet.
Okay, now one by one tell me what's 55 into 7? Hello?
Two.
Like, you tell me what you're doing, how much you have done so far. Tell me.
Mm.
Okay, what are you doing? Okay, I'm just. You write this on board. What you're doing to calculate mean. So you can show me you're working on board. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. I'm saying whatever you're doing, just do this on board. Here, on board. Just write. Just like what I'm writing. Same you just write what you're doing. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Tell me what's 55 multiplied by 7?
With you, 5 multiplied by 7 is 385.
Yes. Then for next,
65 multiplied by 4
yes.
is it 260.
Now add them. What's the total?
260 add 385. Is it um is it 645?
How much?
645.
Add all the frequencies.
Okay.
What's 7
Is
plus 4 plus 2?
it 637? No, 737.
2 plus 7 plus 4.
3 plus 7 plus 4. Oh, that would be 13. 13.
Yes. Now divide these. 645 divided by 30. Find the value. And also this is 745. 735, not 645, 735. Okay.
Say that again, please.
Like on board? Okay, you want to write this on board that you're saying? Hello. I understand. What you're saying, you want to write on board that you're saying? Hello. Okay, so you can write. I have made it multi-user. You can write that on board. So what's 735 divided by 13?
Um, mm,
Tell me,
um,
what's 735 divided by 30? Are you solving this?
yeah.
Okay. Have you solved this?
Yeah. No,
Then you just have to divide 735 by 30.
is it 56.53?
Yes, that's 56.5. So I'm again repeating what you have to do for a tabular data if you have to calculate mean. First thing is calculate the midpoints. So here these are the classes. For these classes you have to calculate the midpoint, that is it's 40 to 50. So calculate the midpoint, which is 45. Same as for 50 to 60 it's 55, for 60 to 70 it's 65. After calculating the midpoint, you have to calculate f multiplied by x, that is the frequency multiplied the midpoints for every row. 45 into 2, then 55 into 7, just like that you keep on calculating this. At the very end, you have to add all the effects and all the frequencies and then divide. Okay, this will give you the mean. Is
Okay.
the procedure clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm uploading a PDF. Okay, see this question, read out the question first and solve this one.
Okay.
So basically it's given as the departing time of the train from York to Glasgow was monitored over the course of 6 months. The table summarizes the length of the departure delays which occurred during this time. So these are the minutes, delayed minutes, and these are the frequencies. And you have to calculate an estimate for the mean delay time for the train. So wherever you have to calculate you have to follow the same method. Okay. So using the same method, calculate this one.
Okay. 181?
The mean that you
No,
have calculated, or the
no. 30.16.
30.16. No, it's not 30.16. Okay, now you tell me one by one you're working. How you have calculated?
Huh?
Like
Um,
one by one. Tell me what you have done.
I've added them all up and then divided it by 6. So that's how many numbers there are.
Okay. I've told you the first thing is this is F. Frequency is F. Okay. And X is the midpoint. So first you have to calculate the midpoints for everyone. Okay, for every row you have to calculate the midpoints. So what are the midpoints? This is a tabular data. Tabular data working are very much different from the discrete data. Discrete data are what, like is given as 1, 7, 3, 9, 2, 4, 5. What you have to do? Add them all and divide it by the number. That will give you the mean. But this is a tabular form in a table. It has a different procedure of calculating the mean. Okay. So it's first to calculate this. The first is calculate
Hmm?
midpoints. Okay.
Okay.
One by one, tell me the midpoints for every row. Here, definitely midpoints are what? Made of two values. You can calculate the midpoint of 46. Definitely you have to calculate the midpoint for this, right? For this variable. So what's the midpoint of 0 and 2? Tell me. Midpoint of 0 and 2. I've told you to calculate midpoint, you have to add the two numbers and divide them by 2. You will get midpoint. So what's the midpoint of 0 and 2?
One,
Yes. For the next,
3,
next,
5,
then,
7,
then,
9,
And then,
11.
yes. Now next is you have to multiply f and x, these frequency and your midpoints. So again you have to make a column of fx. So one by one multiply the frequencies and the midpoints. So what's 46 multiplied by 1?
46.
Then for the next,
99.
for the next, 34 into 5.
170.
Yes. For next 19 in,
170.
yes. For the next 19 into 7.
Um, 133.
Yes. For next 9 into 20
180.
and 29 into 11.
Um, is it 319?
Yes. Now what you have to do? Add these all, and add these all. I'm sorry, these all frequencies. So add all the frequencies and add all the f into x. So give me the value of the total.
Um,
Tell me when you add all the fx together, what's the value that you get? 46 plus 99 plus 6 plus 170 and so on. What's the value?
okay. Is it 947?
Yes, it's 947. Now add all the frequencies together. This 46 plus 33 and so on, and give me the value.
Okay.
What's 46 plus 33 plus 34 plus 19 plus 20 plus 21?
Um,
It's 181.
is what?
181.
180.
Yes. Now what you have to do, just divide these two values. So it's 947 divided by 181. And this will give you 5.23. So the answer is 5.23 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So using the same method, you can take the screenshot. Okay, that will help you. So what you have to do, definitely you have to take the screenshot, because second is for homework. Okay.
Yeah.
So you tell me, like, have you taken the screenshot?
Not yet.
Okay.
Taking a screenshot now.
This one's also for homework. And I'm uploading another PDF. So have you taken the screenshot of this? Hello?
Yeah, take a screenshot of it. I took a screenshot of it. I take a screenshot of it.
Yes, yes, I'm uploading a second PDF. Okay. These questions, these 5 questions are for homework. So like, don't calculate interquartile range, we haven't done it. But rest of the questions you can solve, okay?
Mm.
Okay, so that's for your homework. And We'll do rest of the chapter in the next class. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.